For many, many millennia, humankind has been talking about who is the best wide receiver in the NFC North. It's been a debate that goes all the way back to Rome and Carthage, Cain and Abel, and now we're going to talk about today. So a lot of jabronis will just default say, oh, Davante Adams, got to be Davante Adams, got to be Davante Adams, that whole thing. Some will say Kenny Galladay, respect. But Vikings fans know it is one Adam, Jerome, Ezekiel, Thielen. And it's not even close. It isn't, because we've talked about our little catchphrase of Davante Adams, who's not as good as Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, and Justin Jefferson. It's true. It's true. So back it up today. So Adam Thielen, 30 years young. Well, is going to be 30 years young. Turns 30 in August. 2 years older than Davante Adams. Adams turns 28 in December. Davante was a 2014 second-round pick out of Fresno State. Now, Derek Carr in college, well, Derek Carr, NFL, not great. Derek Carr, Fresno State was a bad mamma jamma. He was legit. So Derek Carr made Davante Adams in college, by the way. Also, it helps that you get to play in the WAC, so that's pretty whack. Yeah. As well as, so Adams goes from a great college quarterback to the tail end of good Aaron Rodgers, even though Rodgers has been trailing off the last couple of years. Okay, that's some privilege right there. Yeah, 3-time Pro Bowler last 3 years, but of course we know that the Pro Bowl is just a popularity contest. And it's like, I mean, the NBA All-Star game, if he was on the ballot, fans would still vote in Yao Ming, even though he hasn't played in like 7 years. That's how much you should trust people voting on everything, by the way. But Adams basically turtled it the first 2 years of his career. Was a borderline bust, by the way, but then strung together 4 decent years as the number one target of an aging and declining, decrepit Aaron Rodgers. Still only has 1,000-yard season, which is kind of insane when you think about it. You have a passing-first offense. You have Aaron Rodgers, who's YOLO, and just likes to put up volume passing stats. And you only have 1,000-yard season. But I was told that you are this great God King type wide receiver. Like you're up there with, the Chris Godwins, Julio Joneses, Keenan Allens of the world. No, you are not. Thielen, on the other hand, patron saint of Adam Thielen, the watchword and guide of Minnesota, UDFA tryout coming out of Mankato State University Community College. Became a de facto starter in 2016, and should have had a 1,000-yard season that year. But remember, week 17. He had one target. He had un target, which conspiracy theory I still think came from above to keep Adam Thielen under 1,000 yards because contract negotiations are coming up. And it's much easier to talk to a wide receiver who had 967 yards receiving as opposed to 1,000. But that was also the game that Rudolph had like 17 targets, but whatever. 2017 second team All-Pro, a back-to-back 90-catch, 1,200-plus yard receiving seasons, hampered 2019 by hamstring injury that he got while catching a touchdown, by the way. Adam Thielen is basically Paul Bunyan. Where's the blue ox? That's what I want to know. So black and white stats, fantasy football, I get it. Davante Adams, he does rack up quite a few touchdowns. But if you compare it per game stats, when fully healthy as full-time starters, it's close. It is close. Slight edge, Thielen. And also, who has had a better supporting cast, better quarterback chucking to him for the most of the time, even though Rodgers has been in steady decline? I think there's only one answer. So how do we compare? How do we adjust for the defenses they get to play, everything around them, etc.? So DVOA, defense adjusted value over average. 2019, Football Outsiders ranked Adam Jerome Thielen 16th. Meanwhile, Davante Adams was all the way down 43rd. So DVA is what it sounds like. They adjust the quality of the defense to the player's overall value above average. So even in an injury-plagued 2019, Thielen still whooped Davante Adams' ass. Right. Also in 2018, Thielen's DVOA was 19th. Davante was 30th. So there you go. Also, take into account Davante Adams. Speaking of opponent, he got to play Xavier Rhodes twice a year. Right. So that is the epitome of privilege. Adam Thielen gets to play Xavier early on in the season, which Xavier actually may be healthy. So, I mean, we got that going on for us, which is nice. But the last 4 games, Davante Adams got to play Xavier Rhodes. So this is specifically with Rhodes covering number 17. 2018, week 2, 8 for 64 and a touchdown on 11 targets. Week 12, 3 for 24 and another touchdown. Oh, look what happened. 2019, week 2, 6 for 85 on 6 targets. Caught all of them. Shocker. Then week 16, 5 for 51 on 6 targets as well. So yeah, that's a little nice. Twice a year you get to just like check the box. I'm going to have a decent game for Davante Adams. Great. So I think it's clear. Davante Adams for show, Adam Thieln for dough. Thielen has better hands. He's a cleaner route runner, and also is just a better wide receiver. But Adams has greatly benefited both in college and in the pros from just being a target monster, right? Also, look at their situations. Adams last year was on a 3-13 team, didn't even crack 1,000 yards, which is insane, right? But now you have the 12-year-old boy openly feuding with the 80-year-old octogenarian quarterback as the 12-year-old boy is trying to implement his system. Old man Rodgers back there talk about old man stuff like ointment and how good peppermint candy is. So that's great. So you got that friction in there. I don't think that's going to bode well for Adams. So Thielen in Minnesota now, Diggs gone. Justin Jefferson is now the Robin to Thielen's clear Batman. And number 19 is the clear number one option here in Minnesota in an opportunistic deep ball passing game. And Kirk Cousins is one of the best deep ball quarterbacks in the game. So advantage Thielen for 2020. So once you normalize for situation, I think it's pretty obvious that Thielen, despite being 2 years older, is the far superior player, and I'm going to roll with him every single day and twice on Sunday. And includes Thielen over Davante Adams, who is not as good as Adam Thielen, as well as Stephon Diggs, as well as Justin Jefferson. It's probably not even better than KJ Osborne or BC Johnson. Not saying, I'm just saying. So, your thoughts. Thielen, Davante Adams, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull some of the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skol, production value.